Let's have a look at the built-in physics engine inside Gingy. I have a project I've already created here with 2 screens. Here's the preview of the completed project. You'll see how robust, fluid, and dynamic it is. Now let's go through each component individually to see how we got here. Like most things in Gingy, we've designed it to be as easy to implement as possible. Let's look at our uppermost brick. In the Physics tab, we've enabled physics, and after setting the properties, such as elasticity for example, to our desired preference, we make sure that the object type is dynamic. Setting it to static will make it immovable. Let's set one of our bricks to static to illustrate the difference. Now if we click Edit, we can adjust the physics shape of the object. This shape is what other shapes will interact with. We can move around the individual green points which we've already created, or we can create a new physics shape in a few ways. We have a square, a circle, a custom object, and a magic wand. We'll be prompted if we wish to save our changes, but in our case we are happy with the initial shape. It's important to remember to have as few physics points as possible. The less complicated the physics bodies, the more optimized and less CPU intensive your application will be. Lastly, we can't have shapes with intersecting lines. If we try and have a shape with crossing lines, Gingy will let us know we have to fix our shape before saving. If we want to contain our objects in a box, we can insert a room onto the stage. Any objects that are placed inside that bounding box will be bounded by it. We can also, as we've done in this case, use a regular object to bound our dynamic shapes. We also have an emitter that emits dynamic objects at a given frequency, and it operates much like a scroller component. In other words, whatever object we want our emitter to emit, we drag it over the emitter. It will now show up in the bottom pop-up slider, exactly like our scroller functionality. You'll see here that we've added one of our bouncing balls. To set the horizontal and vertical velocity of our emitted object, as well as the frequency at which we want it to emit, we navigate to the Emitters Inspector tab. Let's preview that functionality. Before we head back to our previous project, I'd just like to quickly touch on the customizable parameters of our objects. Let's take one of our dynamic objects and let's increase the elasticity. Really cool stuff. And that's today's physics tutorial. We hope you liked this tutorial, and as always, if you want more info, just head on over to our website. Thanks for watching.